Yes.
Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the December 8th, 2025 Angola Planning Commission meeting. If you have not already signed in, please do so so we can keep track of it for the minutes. Would you like to do a roll call, please?
I will. Earl Carpenter is absent. He is out of town. Amanda Cope.
Here.
Josh Fletcher is also absent tonight. He let us know. Tina King.
Present.
Jack Brianna.
Here.
Jennifer Sharkey.
Present.
Chris Thomas.
Here.
Jeff Peters is also absent. Susan Ralston.
Here.
Steve White. Nick Sutton.
Here.
And our county liaison, Austin Boudreau, is also absent. City Attorney Kim Shaw.
Here.
Myself, Retha Hicks, and our planner and secretary, Grace Essman, are present. I want to note really quick that this is for everybody's information. The board, this is Steve's last meeting. He will not be renewing his county contract for next year. So I just want to mention that we've appreciated your time. I think, was this your second or third year?
It was 3-year term.
3-year term is what you finished, yeah. So we appreciate all your time and efforts and comments and sharing your knowledge with us on this board. So thank you very much, Steve.
Okay. All right. So has everybody had a chance to read the minutes that were enclosed with your packet? If so, may I have a motion to approve the minutes, please?
So moved. Second.
Motion carried. All right. Is there any old business?
There is not.
Okay. All right. So we will move on to the new business. And by the way, the meeting is being recorded. So whenever you're ready. Ms. Rita.
Staff report. And just to let the board know as well, I received a call from Ken Wilson right before the meeting, and he had an emergency, something happened, so he was unable to attend. Justin Hoffman is here on his behalf. So project name 2025 PC 12001. This is for primary plat amendment. Applicant is Ken Wilson, Sarah Nova Development. Owner is Sarah Nova Development. Location 2500 North Wayne Street. Current zoning is C2, medium to large, general commercial district. Today is the hearing date, December 8th. Legal notice of the public hearing appeared in the Herald Republican on November 28th. 23 property owners within 300 feet of the project were sent notice on November 26th. The applicable code is Title 18, Unified Development Ordinance, Indiana Code, Subdivision Control 3674700 series. This is not within a floodplain, and we are recommending conditional approval. Sarah Nova Development received primary plat approval at the January 13th, 2025 Plan Commission public hearing. They are now requesting to amend the primary plat with the following revisions. Reconfiguration of lots, including 3 additional buildable lots. And I will also say really quickly, you guys have larger prints. I think some are there for each person to share probably with your neighbor, but you have the existing, what this board approved in January, and then you have his amended changes in front of you in a larger print there. So reconfiguration of lots, including 3 additional buildable lots, the elimination of Block A for the county's legal drain between lots 2 and 3, allowing the additional lot along North Wayne Street. With the relocation of the county's legal drain from the roadway right-of-way, this allowed a shift in the roundabout to better accommodate the public utilities and the future extension of Sarah Nova Way to the south to line up with the frontage drive for Walmart at North Crest Drive. Removing the eastern section of the plat, which is 16.5 acres, to be platted separately at a later date, and removing the roads to the east and south of the roundabout. So this picture on the screen just shows you again what you approved in January was these lots here, this big lot, and this here. And now I'll list some of that, but you'll see in front of you, and then on down I'll go back, but this is now what he is proposing. So again, you have both in front of you, but this was the original one that was approved. So the site plan, lot number 1 remains at 1.3 acres. Lot 2 was originally 1.61 acres, is now 1.1 acre. Lot 3, originally 1.47, now 1.24 acres. Lot 4, originally 2.51 acres, now 1.39 acres. Lot 5 is relocated, originally 3.74, now 1.27 acres. Lot 6 is relocated at 1.27 acres. And then the new lots, 7, 8, and 9. Lot 7 is 1.14. Lot 8 is 1.21, and lot 9 is 2.76 acres. Block A, originally at 5.07 acres, is now at 3.94. And the new Block B added 0.405 acres reserved for future roadway. So those were what has been amended, and again, you'll see that on the screen for the new portions. And I believe we say this later on, but this is not a secondary plat approval. We are just looking at the amendments that were made and approving that. So you guys also have in front of you the comments that are still outstanding from our plan review, and there's a lot. So just know, and I know you had this in your OneDrive as well, but just know this is not, we're not approving all of this because there's still a lot of outstanding things. This is just for you guys to get your eyes on the amendments that were made. Technically, an applicant does not have to come back before the board for a secondary, but because there were so many amendments to that primary, that our code allows for us to say, yeah, you have to come back. There was a lot of changes, so that is why he is here. So you can look again, these pictures were from the January hearing, but this is looking south from the Meyer parking lot. Again, looking at where Serenova is going to be. And then looking north with the old Ruby Tuesday building and Crossway Apartments at the bottom here. So you're looking that way. Overview looking south, southeast of Serenova property. So again, here's the Meyer gas station on this bottom left of the screen. You can see their sign. So this is Serenova. This is the plat that's being developed. And looking south. Contextual zoning. The property is zone C2, medium to large, general commercial. Surrounding land uses include to the north, medium to large, general commercial, to the east, ag. South is small to medium general commercial and high density multi-residential. And to the west, moderate intensity industrial and C1. The City of Angola Comprehensive Plan update designates this area as general commercial in the future land use map. Principle 1 of our comp plan, objective 1.5, strongly encourage redevelopment of underutilized vacant or abandoned structures and lots. Objective 1.7, encourage infill development to direct commercial and residential growth inside the corporate limits when underutilized sites are redeveloped. Principle 5, promote economic vibrancy. Objective 5.3, ensure that shovel-ready sites are available for businesses and industrial growth. Objective 5.7, increase efforts to attract and retain businesses and residents. So at this time, we had not received any public input from our letters sent out. In conclusion, staff is supportive of the request for the plat amendment. The amendment will provide additional shovel-ready sites and encourage further development in our community. And then I've already pointed this out. We want to note that this is not secondary approval. Ken Wilson has assured me that this is the last amendment to his plat. But if it is not, and it is significant enough, he will have to come back before this board again if he makes any other amendments. But If he does not, and he's able to satisfy all of our department's comments, he doesn't, if it stays this way, he doesn't necessarily have to come back for secondary. Staff recommends conditional approval of this project once all plan review and routing comments are adequately addressed to staff's satisfaction. And Grace, I think you had pointed out to me, and I'm sorry because I probably didn't include it, but the arrow on the drawings, did you tell me that the north arrow was off on those? Okay. So just in case you guys are looking at them and wondering what in the world just happened and why this got all confused. And that's all I have, ma'am.
Okay. Does any of the commission have any questions for staff? Hearing none? Okay. All right. Is there a petitioner that would like to speak, please? State your name and address, if you would.
Justin Hoffman, 6525 Ardmore Avenue in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Thanks for having me here. Thanks for Retha for the summary of the changes. We're requesting things change and developments change, and so the needs of the development changed from the first time we got approval. So we're back before you again with updated plans. As the civil engineer for the project, I too hope Ken doesn't have any more changes. Quite a few. So most of it comes down to timing and availability. The connection of the road to the south is a little complicated as far as ownership and collaborations between different jurisdictions. So we've, in essence, removed that from this phase of the planning. And the eastern part of the development there is also kind of changed markets, if you will, a little bit. So we've also removed that from this phase of development as well. As far as addressing all the comments that's in process, we're still pursuing all agency approvals at this point. We're back and forth with IDEM and NDOT and the wetland mitigation and the county drainage board for relocating the ditch. All those things are well underway, and obviously comments from staff are being addressed as well. Be happy to answer any questions anyone has about any specifics.
Are there any questions from the commission and the petitioner?
I will add real quick, and Justin, you might elaborate on this a little bit. When Ken called to tell me he wasn't going to be here, he did mention a couple things. He mentioned that IDEM had some change in personnel. Somebody got promoted. They hadn't filled anybody, so there was a little bit happening there that he wasn't able to get what he needed yet. And then the county has asked for a third party to review, which I think is a great idea. I have zero issues with that, but that's still happening and underway. So that was kind of waiting to finalize the county's approval on that for the drain.
Yeah, one question. With the Consumers Credit Union, are they on pause then with some of these changes as well, or?
I think
Moving.
they're kind of, I think, waiting for this to get settled out because they're going to be signatories on the secondary plat as landowners because they actually own the ground for lot 1 currently. The changes that we're talking about shouldn't affect them at all. We're avoiding major impacts to lot 1 with our adjustments.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Justin.
Is there anyone here who wants to speak on behalf or against the project? Please come forward.
I just have a question on the high density.
Please come to the podium and state your name and address.
High density multifamily residential. I just wondered how close that will come to the North Crest Park Villas. And that's right near the wetlands. I know that's still, but do you have any idea how close that's going to come up to our properties?
I think what you're thinking of is when we listed the surrounding zoning, the high density is already there. It's Crossway. So there is no high density residential, multifamily residential planned for this.
What about the lots that they've had NIPSCO already lay out?
I guess I don't know. That does not ring a bell to me.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought you meant when we talked about the surrounding zoning, we mentioned the high density multifamily, which
Yeah.
is, that is what's already existing, saying that that's already there,
That's not how
but
close to that they're getting.
is that what you want to know, how close to Crossway they're getting?
Not Crossway, but the North Crest Park Villas, that, the wooded area.
Yeah,
Oh.
okay.
And that's not part of this plat?
So it
That's part of the residential portion, or the part that's still zoned ag, I believe.
Yeah, I'm talking about this, this area here, like here's where we are.
Right.
I think the wetlands are right in here.
right here, Jennifer.
Rita, if you could you go back to the original submittal, the one that was approved back in January?
Yes.
And
I don't know if
And-
this gives a good view. It's
right there. So if you can see there, the detention pond
Yeah,
expands all the way through there, and that's a few hundred feet wide. So the closest that anything would come would be across a pond, a couple hundred feet away from the rears of the residential lots that it abuts over.
that are already there?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, and then also our, and maybe you mentioned this with some things that you guys are already working on, the roadway that we have that dead ends at that area, is that one of the things you guys are thinking maybe a road might be going through there?
Talking about this one?
Yeah,
That's not part of this development, where our development is basically encompassed over here now.
okay, so you guys won't be accessing that, you don't think at this time?
There's no plans for it at this time.
Okay.
Could I have you state your name and address for the minutes?
Cindy Smith, 308 Coronet Court.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Did you get everything answered?
I think
You
so.
feel comfortable with?
Yeah, I think as this develops, we'll learn more, but I'm obviously our neighbors, we're on the HOA board there, and they have a lot of questions, you know, with the wildlife and the,
Yeah.
well, we all do, but we live on that stretch right there, so their concern is how close are those, when it becomes residential, how close will we lose the woods? Will we, you know, how close will you guys, will the development be? And what kind of residential will it be? Will it be high-end condos, apartments, low income? I mean, do you guys have any idea yet what that will be?
There really isn't. So with the new plat, and I know this is probably not a great picture, he has looked at potential single family residential
Okay.
here so far. Now, again, that isn't, like right now, we're just talking about those plat amendments, so I can't tell you that that's not
Right.
gonna change, but also, Grace has cards. She can give you one of her cards. This is our city planner here, and she will be more than happy anytime you guys have HOA meetings or questions, always call and let us know. Let us be a part of that and answer any questions or help you guys out at any time.
Great, yeah, okay.
We can definitely do that, but tonight is specifically just the changes that he's made.
Okay, thank you.
I hope that answers everything for you.
All right, so if you're hearing no other questions or comments or anything, I'll go ahead and close this portion of the comments. Okay, we have findings.
I do. So again, this will be for the primary plat amendment, the findings of fact. The planning commission shall make the findings of fact. Approval of findings may be in form of general statement, as approval of findings shall specify the provision of this title for the city of Angola's construction standards, with which there is not compliance. Number one, the subdivision of land is or is not consistent with the Angola comprehensive plan. It is consistent with the Angola Comprehensive Plan objectives 1.5, 1.7, 5.3, and 5.7. Do you agree or disagree? Agree. The subdivision of land will or will not satisfy the development requirements of Division 4 of this title, subdivisions. The subdivision of land will satisfy the development requirements of Division 4 of this title. Subdivisions for commercial developments, once plan of this title, subdivisions for commercial developments once plan review comments and conditions of approval are adequately addressed. Agree or disagree? The subdivision of land will or will not satisfy the standards of Division 5 of this title, design standards.
Will.
The subdivision of land will satisfy the standards of Division 5 of this title, design standards, once plan review comments and conditions of approval are adequately addressed. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
The subdivision of land will or will not satisfy any other applicable provisions of this title.
Will.
It will satisfy other applicable provisions of the Unified Development Ordinance. The property will be developed in a manner to complement the surrounding character once the plan review comments and conditions of approval are adequately addressed. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Number 5, the subdivision of land will or will not satisfy the construction requirements of the City of Angola's construction standards.
Will.
The subdivision of land will satisfy the construction requirements of the City of Angola's construction standards once the plan review comments and conditions of approval are adequately addressed. Agree? Okay. So we just need a motion, ma'am.
Yes, so with that being said, do I have a motion?
Move to approve with the condition that all plan review and routing comments are adequately addressed to staff satisfaction.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
All right. And then that is passed. Thank you, Justin, for getting up here. I don't know if that was short notice or not for you, but we appreciate it.
Give me a heads up.
Is there any other business to
We
conduct?
do have some other business. So this board appoints someone to sit on the BZA board as well. And that person for the last few years has been Susan. And she has agreed to do that again, if you would like to appoint her to that. And if you guys do agree, then I will need your signatures as the board. You are the appointing board for her BZA position. So if you guys want to make a nomination for that, we can get those signatures tonight and be done, and that will make Grace happy. So I just need nominations for someone to sit, for Susan to sit on the BZA board, I guess. So not really a nomination.
I'll make the nomination for Susan to sit on the BZA board.
Thank you, Tina. Do we have a second? Okay, Steve seconds that. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, I'll start this way and we'll just kind of get it. Let me make sure this is the black one. It is.
Thank you.
That being done, is there anything else?
Yes, there's one more thing. We have an address report, and I don't know if I say this often enough how much Grace organizes and gets things prepared for me. I so appreciate that. And she has put this up on the board. So we have 2 addresses that we just need to approve. And do we take a motion for addresses?
It doesn't have to be
We don't
approved,
usually.
just notification.
Notification, okay. Trine Sports Air Dome is going to be 901 Thunder Drive, so we've approved that development plan. Then you will sign there. Pass it on. So that address is 901 Thunder Drive. The other one that we have, which may be a little bit confusing, is there's a new owner of Stout's Building, which is here at the end of this block. And they had 2 apartments that were upstairs, kind of on that right side of the building if you're facing, and these right here. And then this is 118 West Maumee. And then they have another apartment that's up above this. So this is looking at it from West Maumee. These are one apartment. Well, this is the front apartment upstairs. And then they have uncovered. Oh, wait, no, sorry. This is looking at the front. Let me see. So here they've uncovered a door on Elizabeth Street that apparently was there and just had been bricked over. So they uncovered that, and that door then will access an apartment up above what we all knew is Stout's office. So those are gonna be 118 West Maumee is the main floor, is the front office. And then 116 West Maumee, apartment A and B is gonna be accessed through this door going up. And then 100 North Elizabeth Street, apartment A will be the one that's accessed through this back door here and will be up. So I hope that I confused you guys even more on that, but you do have those sheets in front of you if you need that. We just needed to make sure you guys were all aware of those changes. And I think we got all the signatures, so I appreciate that. And I think that's it.
I think that's it. So, should I take a motion for adjournment, or is it not required?
Just get clear.
This meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.